What's up everybody, it's Blue here at Blue Bears Games, and today's video will be my upgrade guide for the Lost Caverns of Ixalan Ahoy Mateys Commander Precon. Before I get to today's video, I want to first take a moment to let you know that if you'd like to help support my channel, you can do so in the following ways. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, share any of my content on your socials so other people can discover it, and or watch some of my many other videos yourself. In addition to that, if you're interested in ways that you can help support my channel monetarily, please read the description of this video, and there you will find a myriad of options for what you can do to help me keep this channel going. Anything that you can do to help is greatly appreciated, and I thank you for it. Now with that out of the way, let's begin. I've done enough of these guides by now that you should know the deal, but just in case you don't, here's how I do them. I'll start by showing the cards that I would recommend removing first, and then I'll show you the cards that I would add back in that I believe will help make this deck either more fun to play a little better, or best case scenario, both. In the unboxing video, I stated that I didn't like the graveyard recursion part of this precon, and after looking at the deck a little more, I hate it even more. I'm personally not a fan of finality counters in the slightest, and will avoid this type of recursion at all costs. That means the first thing that I will recommend is the complete removal of Admiral Brass Unsinkable, not just as the commander, but entirely from the deck. The changes I'm about to show you will take this deck away from graveyard recursion and into more of a stealing of other people's stuff type of theme. While both Admiral Beckett Brass and Don Andres would work for this new theme, I feel that Admiral Beckett Brass's ability to actually steal creatures put her over the top for the commander spot. Obviously, who you replace Admiral Brass Unsinkable with is up to you, but for the purposes of this guide, I'm going with Admiral Beckett Brass. So, that's one card removed, but I've got a bunch more to eliminate, so let me show you which other cards I believe you should take out real quick. I would remove the following: Exotic Orchard, Gyre Reach Sanitarium, Nephalia's Drown Yard, Dimir Signet, Izzet Signet, Rakdos Signet, Amphin Mutineer, Broadside Bombardiers, Stormfleet Negotiator, Francisco Foul Marauder, Rakdos Charm, Prismari Command, Arm Mounted Anchor, the Grim Captain's Locker, and the Indomitable. Including Admiral Brass Unsinkable, that's 16 cards in total that I recommend removing. Either they enabled the recursion theme, or they were just subpar for where I want to take this deck, so they all had to go. As someone who makes pirate-themed decks for people quite frequently, I know that the fun part of them is taking other people's stuff. Well, fun for you anyway, so not focusing more on that was just a shame. Not to worry though, what I'm about to show you to add back in should fix that nicely, so let's get to it. To start, I would add in a Reliquary Tower. This has nothing to do with stealing other people's stuff, but it does happen to help you avoid dumping cards because you're over the maximum hand limit. Out of the box, this deck had plenty of ways to get cards in your hand, so I felt this was necessary to help preserve all those extra cards you will most likely end up having. As far as ramp goes, I removed 3 Mana Rock type cards because I just hate the ones that they added, but I'm only going to replace 2 of them because this deck makes more than enough treasure tokens to make up for it. The first Mana Rock I would add is Thought Vessel. Obviously, this is for the same reason that I recommended the Reliquary Tower. The other Mana Rock that I would add back in is Chromatic Lantern. Since this is a 3-color deck, why wouldn't you add one of the best mana-fixing rocks in the game? It not only taps for any color, but also allows all of your lands to tap for any color. Like I said, one of the best mana-fixing rocks in the game. As for creatures, there are 6 that I liked for this new direction. First up is Forerunner of the Coalition. It's a Vampiric Tutor on a stick with the added ability of giving you free damage for what this build wanted to do already anyway, so it's a no-brainer. Up second is Kitesail Larcenist. Personally, I'm a big fan of messing with other people's commanders because it pisses them off, and this does that very well. If the other players don't happen to have their commanders out though, Just choose their best card and wait to hear the whining. Up third is a creature called Sower of Temptation. Now we're getting into part of the stealing theme. Take any creature on the board that you want and start making it do your bidding. Sounds good to me. Fourth up is a creature called Pirated Copy. So this one's a little expensive monetarily, but it's worth it. It's a clone on steroids that no matter what is also a pirate that for some reason also draws cards for you. What's not to love? Up fifth is a creature called Breach's Eager Pillager. This creature just has a lot of good utility to it. No stealing, but could possibly aid that theme by allowing other creatures the ability to deal combat damage freely, so it's worth having. And finally, the sixth creature that I'll recommend is one called Emberwild Captain. Are you starting to see why I didn't want to have to drop those extra cards now? If you've got a full grip of cards, this card may just possibly dissuade folks from attacking you, even if you're the main threat. It's also a decent target for Pirated Copy as well, so there's that too. By now you're probably asking, where the hell are the cards that steal, Blue? Don't worry, I'm getting there. Let's move on to the enchantments, and all will be revealed soon. Up first is an enchantment called Revel in Riches. I mean, it should be pretty obvious why you should add this card. This deck can create a plethora of treasure tokens, so a cheap win with this should be easy if nobody removes it. Up second is an enchantment called Daring Piracy. Why? Free tokens! Wait, free pirate tokens! Since the tokens that this thing makes gets exiled at the end of the turn, throwing them towards someone is just another body that could help trigger Admiral Beckett Brass, or you could just get a sacrificial lamb to do what you want with. There are also some other creatures in the deck whose abilities trigger when a pirate enters play, so this is a free trigger for them. Basically, this can just help trigger a lot of different things for you once a turn for free. And finally, we get to the stealing part with the third enchantment, Stolen Strategy. The only caveat here is that it says cast and not play, so you can't steal lands, but that's an easy fix because enchantment number 4 is Rogue Class. It takes a little work to get this to start stealing stuff from opponents, but once you get there, you can take anything, even lands. And the fifth and final enchantment that I'll recommend is the Ruinous Powers. There is no setup needed for this to start stealing stuff, and it can even take lands, but you can only do it to one opponent at random a turn. But wait, there's more! The last card that I'll show you before going over a combo is a Planeswalker that actually steals shit, and is called Giadrone Dahada. This is a funny one. While it's a little slow, if left alone for a while, this walker can easily wreck some game plans by just taking a mass amount of other people's stuff. Now we've come to the combo section of this guide. If you've followed my channel for a while, or just happen to have watched my Malcolm and Breaches video before, then you should recognize this one. If you haven't followed my channel though, I ask, why not? Anyway, the combo uses a card that was included in the box called Malcolm Keen-Eyed Navigator. That, paired with Glint Horn Buccaneer, creates a pretty neat combo that produces near infinite colored mana, gives you near infinite looting abilities, and does near infinite damage. How this combo works is all explained in the link that just popped up at the top of your screen right now. Sadly, it's not truly an infinite combo because it causes you to draw cards, and you lose the game if you can't draw a card from your library, but it's still a pretty devastating combo to pull off regardless. And there you have it, folks, my upgrade guide for the Lost Caverns of Ixalan Ahoy Mateys Commander Precon. While everything that I just showed you might not make this Precon a top tier deck, it will help make it better overall, and trust me, a hell of a lot more fun to play. I love a good pirate themed deck, so I really enjoyed this Precon. Was it perfect out of the box? No, but it damn sure looked fun. The changes I just went over, however, will really make this deck a lot more fun. While stealing other people's stuff really pisses them off, I find it funny. Well, I find it funny when I'm the one doing it, but I'd probably be annoyed if someone else did it to me. Whatever, I guess that makes me a hypocrite. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. Thanks for watching, and if you're looking for more stuff to watch, please browse my playlists as I'm sure you'll find more of my videos that you'll enjoy. Before you go, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel so you can be notified when I release new content. Have a nice day, and I hope to see you real soon.